Ah, Germany. Every year for Christmas, I use the majority of my PTO to spend time with my family in Bavaria. This time I flew with Qatar Airlines, great airline by the way. Desserts with the food are great, best ones I've had so far. Also a huge movie selection. I like Seoul, I like Korea, but the German countryside just calms me down. It's so quiet. People on the street greet you when you pass, no traffic jams, no standing in line. Every time I spend time here, I feel 100% relaxed. It's wonderful. Not to mention I get to see my niece and nephew. So let's dive right in and take a look at my hometown. German food, Christmas celebration, and a visit to an Asian food mart. Because why not?
Super.
I hope you enjoyed this short video about my home. The second half of this video consists of a diary of sorts, or the first day of it at least. I had to quarantine for 10 days after coming back to Korea, so I recorded some thoughts and info on the process, arrival, and all that stuff. So please enjoy that too. Hello and welcome to my Korean quarantine diary, entry number 1. Technically it's already the second day. I arrived yesterday 9 p.m. so didn't really make sense to make a diary entry for this because I was basically in the airplane the whole day. I will still recap a little bit what happens to you if you arrive in Korea right now. So like the last 2 times I had to do quarantine after arriving in Korea, you will be in the line for immigration for around 1 hour to 1.5 hours. I think if you're not a resident here, it will take even longer. But yeah, that's just the amount of time you have to plan in. Also, if you want to get a PCR test right away, they close around 8. So considering 1.5 hours of immigration line, 1 hour to 1.5 hours of drive to Seoul. So if you land around 5-ish, better just go the next day. Anyway, once you arrive, they already have a lot of information hung out. You need to download an app, and this is kind of confusing because this is like the 3rd app I have to download because I keep changing it. It was a pretty simple one at first. Next one needed like an ID of a official or something, and this one at the airport they still asked me to download the one app, and then when I started setting up everything, I got a text message saying, no, please download the other one, not the one you got at the airport. So I'll try to like put in a picture of it in the description of the Google Play Store, the one you need. In the text message you will get, there's the ID of the government official. For me, it was AP and 4 zeros. I think that's like a category for me, you know, foreign resident, what type of visa or something. You will get an official and everything. People will call you and ask you about what you're doing if you got your PCR test and everything. Also, what you will get is this piece of paper here. These you can get this in Korean too, but well, for ease I got it in English. Just telling you what you should do, and just guidelines and everything, and like what you can do. This has been pretty helpful. Also, you have enough time to read while you're standing in line. On the other hand, you will also get 2 more pieces of paper at the end. So reason for restriction and everything in official. This is basically signed by a government official, Ministry of Justice, and then with your personal info also on there is when your quarantine ends. This is an important part because it gets kind of confusing. You think something like 10 days quarantine is easy to say when it's over, but does the first day count? Does it count after the PCR test? Does it end with the PCR test? I can explain that now. Your day of arrival is day 1, and from then on 10 days. For me, it was the 11th of January, so I can leave on the 21st. I have to take another PCR test on the 19th or 20th. As far as I know, no matter when I get the result, I will be able to leave my home on the 21st. It used to be like, you take your PCR test on, let's say, the 19th, and you get your result on the 20th. Then as soon as you get your negative test result, your second one by the way, you can leave. So what you do to enter Korea is you get PCR tested in the country you leave from. Negative, of course, because if not, you cannot board the plane. And then you arrive straight away, or like within 24 hours, to the 보건소, so the place which is close to the area. Another PCR test if you're a resident. If you're just visiting, they will do that at the quarantine hotel. The 3rd PCR test basically is after the 9 to 10 days quarantine. The other thing you will get is like a sheet of notice of isolation. It's called the articles of the law they are using to quarantine you there. My whole day consisted of cleaning cooking, and then sorting through a ton of snacks and souvenirs. I got stuff from DM here, things like that, and then I got, of course, German sweets. You can, yes, some of those are Italian, but I bought them in Germany. It's just a lot of stuff I got here. This is like 50-50 stuff I will eat with my girlfriend or stuff I will bring to my office to share with my colleagues. An awesome thing about Korea is the grocery orders here. I bet a lot of other countries have that too, but I love it so much. There's like Market Curly or E-Mart doing grocery deliveries. And what I'm usually used to is like we go to Market Curly, we have a huge order, and then the next day in the morning you can pick it up. We ordered at E-Mart, and I think my girlfriend finished the order at around 12-ish, lunchtime I think. And they said like, it's gonna arrive by 3:30, 3:50. Okay. Really amazing, good stuff. Got another care package, and my girlfriend just dropped by after work. We didn't meet or anything, but she just dropped something off in front of my door, which I'm very appreciative of. And let's see, she included some stuff for me I could use in my quarantine, which is 4 KF94 masks. We have a beer, another beer, followed by beer or Guinness, and then kimchi. No, I'm just kidding. Beer and kimchi and more snacks. This is the start of my 10-day quarantine. First day, the 12th of January, done. Tequila is awesome. Good beer.